Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to use one of our Arabic reusable stencils. They're made of 10mm mylar sheets. They are durable and washable, so you can use them over and over again. The first step is applying a very thin layer of stencil spray adhesive. This will allow all the pieces, those small tiny pieces of the stencils, to be flush against the surface. Now follow the directions on the bottle to spray a very thin layer to the back of the stencil. All you need is a thin layer because you don't want to end up with glue residue on the surface that you're stenciling. Also, wait a few seconds for the glue to dry before placing it onto your surface. The back of the stencil should feel tacky or sticky. Next, use masking tape to further secure the stencil in place. The reason why I like to use spray adhesive and masking tape is to make sure that my stencil does not move while I'm applying the paint, because this will lead to paint bleed, and as a result the lines in the calligraphy design will not be sharp. I want an authentic look, authentic calligraphy look. So the lines must be sharp. Now that the stencil is ready, it's time to start painting. I've seen a lot of people use those cosmetics sponges in place of stencil brushes, so I'm just going to give it a try today. I'm using metallic acrylic paint for this project. The most important step in stenciling is knowing how much paint to apply so you end up with sharp, crisp lines. So here we go. Load your sponge with paint, then unload it over a paper towel. This is called a dry painting technique. The sponge should be semi-dry. We're going to be applying the paint in layers. We start with a light layer, and if we want it dark, we want the color darker, then we apply more paint and so forth. I am using a little bit of force when applying the paint. Let me show you what I mean by sharp, crisp lines. I'm slowly removing the stencil. Look at that. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. Now those are sharp, crisp lines. There's no paint bleed under the stencil. Can you see this? This is perfect. This is the look that you're after when you stencil, especially Arabic calligraphy. You want as authentic a look as you can get. Now the beauty of stencils is that they allow you to be creative, so you can use different colors. I'm going to be using red, metallic red, for the punctuation marks. So repeat the same process of pouring the paint, dipping the sponge in the paint, then unloading the paint over a paper towel. Now, since I only want the red to be on the punctuation marks, I can use sections of masking tape to hide the areas where I don't want the paint to go. This makes the process of stenciling much easier. Now this is just an example of how you can use our reusable stencils and the technique that I follow to have those sharp, crisp lines. I know you're sick of this, but they are sharp and they are crisp. Um, Here's the final look of mixing two colors. Can you imagine this on a beautiful canvas? Look at that. No paint bleed at all. It's perfect. I like to create Arabic calligraphy that is as close to the original as possible. So I choose to paint over those bridges that I have to add to my stencils to maintain the shape of the calligraphy design. I recommend using a very thin brush. Dip it just a little bit in the paint, then unload it over a paper towel and gently paint over those bridges. Would you like to give it a try? Come on over to our shop and purchase your Arabic calligraphy stencil or request to customize one just for you.